Rally was a really busted deck. I eventually ended up playing at one of the GPs, and yeah, it was as good as advertised. I was gonna not overcommit into their verdict. You need to not overcommit into your verdict, and you need to keep up reasonable amount of pressure, because at some point it doesn't matter what you're doing with Vraska and Oko. If they have like Reclamation into Dig or something, you're just gonna lose. Hmm. I just sack a land here. Also just not sack anything. I don't think I want to sack my foods. Sack a land. Exactly the draw that we're looking for. I wonder if they played Dig for time. Or if they just play Sphinx Rev. Probably both. There's a little attack. I have Vraska Emblem next turn. I'll sacrifice again. 11 blue. Power of Promise. Did I Field of the Dead in their deck? Have them dead on board. I think I can figure out a way to have them dead on board. Alright, they're just dead. Do that. Do that. Do that. Languish the board away. Attack them for 1. Languish. Anti-control cards. Oh yeah, I could also Languish first, I guess, and then just Oko the Clue. That was a bit, yeah. The way I did it was a bit fancy. Yeah, I didn't realize all the different dual lands. Alright, let's see. They won dispute at gate and rest. Tracker. Kind of hate Unmoored Ego. Might not even bring it in. Abrupt Decay, they might have Search, but Casualties of War I think is actually bad and clunky against it. And I keep in 1 Languish. What if I do if Field of the Dead gets out of hand? I mean, I can go over the top with Scarab God and stuff, probably. I guess I could keep Corrupted Carnarium in. Should I have Ego? You probably have Search for Ascanta, right? Maybe Casualties of War is not so bad. Let's see, do I have anything bad left in my deck? Not really. What do you think, chat? Jace? Gonna get bounced by Teferi. 5 cards still. Good beats. We can get Swamp. I have to play Hinterland Harbor on turn 1. Forest on turn 2. Can you ever do a Pioneer podcast? I'm not sure where we're going to take the podcast, but it might turn into some kind of Pioneer, podcast as well. Like the original angle was to do a modern podcast, kind of see what was going on with modern over the weekend, talk about results and stuff. But then that was right before they announced Pioneer. Either there's Pioneer in the mix, or there's gonna be a bit less modern. So we'll see. We'll try and figure out what people want, what works best for us. How we can provide the most value. Did I just say go? Maybe I should just play Fabled Passage go. I don't have double blue though. I'm a bit worried about Teferi would have been pretty rough. Yeah, I feel like the best is we just talk about what we've been doing, and we'll know more about what we're talking and be able to be more insightful and stuff. But I could have gone really out of my way and kept free mana up so I could dispute a reclamation. Is maybe the play, honestly. It's kind of a tough one. I was gonna counter it. I can't counter reclamation anyways. Do they play reclamation? I mean, we haven't seen reclamation, I guess. Maybe they don't. Maybe something. Yeah, well, I'm glad people who already listen to the podcast. Let's see. I just have to replay Jace. Can't do much right now. Holding on to that Crowd Carnarium. What did I keep over? I kept it over Force, I think. I'm only going to 5 this game. Do I hold on to the Cry a bit longer, or I just jammed Treasure Cruise? Did I forget to make a free last turn? Guess I should keep Crowd the Carnarium in my grave. I was hoping to draw duress here, but nope. Instant speed, Hour of Promise. That's pretty gross. Should I scoop them up? Maybe I need to keep in Decay just for Teferi. Teferi is just so good against me. I want to play a bit, see what else they have in their deck. Yeah, for that. They even have Castle in play. Scape Shift? I doubt they have Scape Shift in their deck. You just play Hour of Pro. Which sideboard card do I need? King Art. Okay. I'll be right back. Forest, does that do? What about now? Let's start drawing some cards. I was gonna play Tracker. I don't want to get completely wrecked by Verdict. I didn't want to play Tracker for no value and turn my food into an elk. That growth spiral into Verdict. Probably just lose if I take that line. Their own trackers. Not a big deal, I guess. Down the clue. Hopefully it's not a big deal. Right, that's what we're looking for. Oh, discard. Verdict. We don't have the mana for Verdict right now. Double Sphinx have double Verdict. Yeah, I might miss that extra clue. The second Verdict's probably not going to be as good as the first one. And obviously these Sphinx Rev are not very good either. I'd have Verdict, man. Fabled Passage. Just make food. I'm gonna sack. Let's see. I'm gonna play Vraska. The question is, could sack a clue to Vraska. I think that's good. Just deal more damage. Actually, I'm gonna go super aggro. Do that. Maybe I could have done things tiny bit better. I like that though, getting them down to 4. Back Goose to Vraska. Yeah, I decided to go for the aggro line. Hope that wasn't too short-sighted. Probably a bit short-sighted actually. Hindsight, I really don't like it. Yeah, that was bad. That was not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fabled Passage. Yeah, I drew the Fabled Passage of the first few sacks, but I probably played a land when I didn't have to. We have double Sphinx Rev and Verdict in here. That's gonna counter that. I don't want to give them the extra land when they have Field of the Dead in play and they're kind of stuck. Just hoping I'll draw another counter. Easy. Alright, so let's try not this one. I played that game not very well. I have Verdict, right? I guess I'll just sack a land. I think you just play the Jace there because they tap out for Verdict. They just lose. Two game wins was Vraska Emblem. Very nice. Last league went well. We 5-0'd. Challenge went well. We got the W after being down 0-2. I'm not even sure what their plan was to ferry there, but I guess nothing. The game for them. Yeah, we're 8-0 in matches with this deck, 7-0 in leagues, and one match we played against Todd. What do I think of Oko? Too good. Be banned in every format. Maybe not banned. The Chemist. That a keep? Oh, that was a disaster. Wrong land, turn 1. Well played. Did I ever use Tamiyo? I don't think so. I've also been boarding it out a lot, so that obviously doesn't help. Wow. That was really bad. Actually, I just played Jace anyway. I think we might be picking up our first match loss with this deck. Obviously, I should have played Overgrown Tomb on turn 1, and I could have played Drowned Catacomb and not have to use my food. Hopefully, I don't have last breath. Very seems really, really good against this deck. Kind of a problem. Another spot where Lana or Elf would shine. Just have the 1/1. We have Elder Spell, Dispute, Negate, Abrupt Decay. I get to draw a card. Not really in a rush to flip Jace. I can't imagine I'm ever going to be able to crawl back into this game, but give it a few times. Opponent? Alright, I'm going to play one more turn. And reevaluate. Probably play one more turn and scoop. I forgot to make a food, yeah. I'm over it. We say in the business. I keep playing one more turn as long as I keep drawing good cards. Is it better to Thoughtseize next turn? They have Castle in play. I think I just maybe have to jam and hope I draw another one next turn or something dumb, you know? I'm far enough behind that I didn't activate Castle. Probably gonna be dealt with, but it's something. Your mana. Andrea, what's up? How's the brawl? Pretty boring. Oh, really? Didn't even give you the rules of brawl. Oh, you started listening to the podcast. Cool. Hope you enjoy it. Tracker in, Narset in, Dispute, Negate, Spell, the rest. Abrupt Decay. Pretty bad. I have to start using Abrupt Decay on Terry. I'm probably not. Have you played Pioneer yet, Andrea? You've played a bit of Pioneer. This deck's been good for me. I think we're going to lose our first match, though. Could win the sideboard game. Game 1 should be bad for us. Sideboard games should be favored. Looking for turn 2 Oko.
The Scarab God stream is back. Yellow Hat S God, Yellow Hat S God, Yellow Hat S God.
Thanks, Andrea. We had the Scarab God against we played against the Dredge deck earlier. The Scarab God was pretty good there. It's been okay, honestly. It's been fairly solid. It's pretty bad in this matchup. It's probably the worst card in my deck. I mean, I have a 2-drop and a 3-drop, but this hand really blows. Should I really mulligan turn 2 spell, turn 3 spell? I have probably my 2 worst cards, or 2 of the worst cards I can have in my opening hand. And Ooze is also pretty bad. Alright, everyone wants me to. Turn 2 Oko is still pretty strong against them. They might have Ether Gust. Yeah, this hand's not much worse than the first one. That's not true, it is much worse than the first one. I like mulliganing the first hand because they have some truly nut draws I can get against them. Kind of depends on how many answers to Oko they have. Not sure why this deck has a Cruise over Dig in it. It's not my list. You could see Dig being better for sure. Never cast Treasure Cruise for I got the late game secured. That card's pretty sketchy in the deck, Andrea. I wanted to cut it, but I didn't want to make too many changes. Who's dual streaming Yellow Hat stream / the public hearings on the impeachment? Anyone? I'm just gonna say go, I think. I guess most players don't play Censor, right? Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna play it. Alright, I think I had to take a chance. Maybe not. Maybe if I say go, they play Teferi. I counter it, I got to play Tracker. Decided to take a chance, didn't work out. I drew one of the only cards that could maybe keep me in this game. Just kidding. All right, 2 for 1. Wow. Kind of interesting spot. I don't want to hold my threats because they have castles in play. Sometimes you want to just wait of when they're going to be able to use castles. That's why I'm just playing my cards and hoping to draw more cards. Castle Ventress, Castle Ventress. Can I let them scry every turn while I do nothing? Just hold on to it and hope I draw a threat next turn. Force a threat through. I think if they had the Teferi, they would have played it last turn over that 7 mana card. That'd make more sense. I mean, unless they put me on exactly Mystical Dispute. Cards getting cut so fast, honestly. It was like a Vraska. I kind of want to play a second Vraska. Open's probably trying to figure out what's going on. Why am I playing a 6-mana Stolen Rain? Right, kind of worked out. Guess I'll just play it even though I have a tracker left in my deck. Wait, what? Did Drew dig and didn't cast it on their turn? I'd be pretty shocked if I win this game, but it's not looking so bad anymore. Six basic. You have to have something in hand. Thought the game was over. Thought the game was over by now.
Howdy, Gab.
Hey, Blatscube. Thanks for the resub. Alright. Have to fight another day. What if they play their lands? Okay. Oh, that was a sick draw. Good deck. Negate first. I think that's the play. I have mana to use Double Castle. Alright, let's try and hit Oko. Could use a hit here. Goose to protect the Tamiyo. Let's see. This is game 2 or down a game. Our draws have been pretty putrid. Let's cry 2 to the bottom. They're gonna have a second token. They're gonna start attacking Tamiyo every turn, and it's only gonna get worse. I could get back a tracker now. Play tracker, get a couple clues. I think that's pretty good. Market plus on Oko. And probably brick. Yeah, I agree. I think I should get back tracker now. Tracker's kind of bad against Verdict. It's actually pretty close. Yeah, maybe I made a mistake. Basic. I could have used Tamiyo one more time. On Oko, I think that was reasonable. Yoink. I think I want a second Vraska in this deck. It's been good with Tracker, Goose, Oko. Scoop. I mean, the bottom two was a castle last turn, but there's no way I'm coming back. Resolve one approach. Resolve the first one. The second. Alright, first loss was the deck. Definitely seems like a tough matchup though. Drew pretty poorly. The fact that I have to keep in 2 trophies against them and Casualties of War after sideboard, not a fan. I don't know why Unmoored Ego's in there, honestly. I'd probably go with more Vraska, more trackers. Something that's good against Verdicts. Verdict's pretty good against us, as is. 3-mana Teferi's pretty annoying. But I was gonna cut the casualties from the main. Give it its shot. Wait, where is the casualty? You don't need to play Field of the Dead in this deck. 7 mana a lot. You don't really have any ways to ramp. Only once upon a time. Because you never want to draw 2. It's not as good in this deck as in, you know, the standard decks. There's a lot of questionable deck building decisions, but it kind of makes sense. Body Erasure. Body Erasure is a bit hard on the mana. You don't want too many discard spells. I think just Thoughtseize is fine. Not a blue-white controlled. We found our bad matchup. Cycled Cast Out. Not many Plains Go deck in the format. Alright. Adel plus. Not too bad for us. Ooh. Good old opt, invasion opt. Alright. Kind of have a shot. Hopefully I don't hit some kind of blue land. That would be pretty awkward. I'd rather have the option. Come on, Drowned Catacomb. You can do it. I'll also accept having a good card on top, like another Thoughtseize. That was close. I thought I misclicked for it. Snag a little Teferi here. No Teferi for you. So if they verdict, it means I draw Tamiyo and I have nothing. I see they're really that spot. If they draw land, they go to Teferi plus. Was Veto up? Alright, I'm just gonna take the verdict and hope they break. That's how I win. Hehehe. I did not try Grixis Arcanist. Alright, plan didn't work out. I'll even trophy myself. So now they have Veto on tap. They have Gear Hulk mana. No, I just scoop if I don't have a blue source on top. Maybe I didn't have to scoop. They could run out of gas. In theory, I could make a comeback with Tamiyo and blue mana. That was a bit premature. I did that board out last time. I boarded out Abrupt Decay. This. I could have Pithing Needle after sideboard too. Killing Teferi is pretty important. Even after the minus. I also want to gem random dude, random latest. Trophying Teferi is pretty big deal. Does come up for sure. Any playable hand in the matchup. I play Overgrown Catacomb in case I draw a Jace. Veto Detention Sphere. Damn. Into Fairy now? Out and pray. Not there. I'll take a look at the Arcanist list. Yeah, Grixis Arcanist. Alright. So we know they have Verdict in hand. That being said, I'm gonna jam this Scarab God anyway. You know what? I've made the goose. I've made the goose a free guys. What if I play Treasure Cruise? What's gonna happen? We're gonna Detention Sphere Oko. The Verdict. It's Scarab God and pretty down. That was right down. Might not have land yet. So what I should have done is turn the goose into a food, or turn the goose into an elk and save my food. Alright, what now? That's a couple nice draws. Should I play the goose now to have a food in play? More cards in my yard. There you go. Alright, looks like this game's gonna work out. Got pretty lucky then. This matchup. When Duress Oko, I still should have lost. God, I'll lose now. Alright, obviously I want to flip that. That's why I played the land last turn. Oh, he goes right into play. Right. Rid of the fairy. Don't want to play the goose for any reason. They're low, but I think you just want to get rid of the fairy. It's the first time we flip Nissa in 9 matches. Alright, they have detentions here, so I definitely want Abrupt Decay. Scarab God really does feel. Alright, that's probably worse. Scarab God's 1 more mana, but maybe at least in the very late game, Scarab God can do stuff. What about Leyline? Does Leyline do anything against them? I'll keep in both trophies. Scarab God's too bad. Scarab God was good this game, I guess. Do they have dig? I think they do, but I don't think that's bringing Leyline. We have Ooze. We have our 1 Ooze. You have to keep. They have vetoes. They have. I just can't mulligan, and they have too many reactive cards for me. I'm gonna go too aggressively. Swamper Island. Also good. I can't tell if you're trolling or not. You mean Temple, the game that the card that almost won us the first game? No, what is it? The last match? Alright, that's a good sequence for us. Hopefully their answer is Detention Sphere. Then we just get to Sphere, use it right away, have negate up. Nice. Alright, pretty good shape. Vraska. That's going to be good enough. Base goes up to 5. I attack it down to 1. Then the verdict plus. I'm dumb. I guess I just draw land. It can go base plus, but untap my big Jace, I guess. What do you think, chat? I generally take OP Planeswalkers. I have Blessed Alliance and Verdict. Keep max mana up. I get rid of the castle. Save my trophy. Yours is good. Dig would have been better again. I think Dig would have probably been better almost always. Also, if Vraska would have probably been better than a Treasure Cruise here. I think these Treasure Cruise are just not very good. I mean, I'm only really worried about Teferi. How did he come back in this game? Take for time? Yeah, they had me gain the life, yeah. We were playing Gearhulk as well, right? I'll hold on to my Assassin's Trophy, I think. Giving them so many more turns to find a dig for time, though. Wait to see what I draw in case it's Goose Tracker. They're all kind of nice. Ooze makes sure, I guess they can still hardcast Dig for time. Actually giving them a land. They got the one draw step. That's got to be game, right? They need dig into. They need to chump. They need dig into Verdict +1. Kingdom. Oh, that was really bad no block. I think they're supposed to double chum block. Hope they draw Verdict. Deserve their life total. I just chum both. I get lucky. Hour of Rev. Oh wow, yeah, they don't play Hour of Rev. They have the Detention Sphere Planeswalker plan, but other versions do. I mean, anything's possible, obviously. Hour of Rev would be pretty nice. How we got there. I think it was a slightly better sideboard plan. And you can leave in Trophy. But it's not great, and depending on the version, Abrupt Decay could be bad. I like Goose so far. I haven't been keeping track of Goose versus Elf. Goose has been pretty good though. Gene Eater, it's nice. It's nice to have more than just Thoughtseize and Fatal Push as your 1-drops. Also, the blocker has been kind of relevant. There's a few 1/1s and stuff. And I don't know, it's been pretty good for me. Reversed Openwald is a 1-drop. I've never found that card to be very good, honestly. Never really been super impressed by that card in most decks. This game's got to be over, right? As they're playing a weird version of Red. Not impressed. People play that card? Just want to make a bunch of Alex yourselves and pressure their life total. Don't need to get too fancy. Question is, do I send one or both? Alright, well, if they're gonna block. Did I do anything? I assume no. Little misclick. Doesn't have trample. First strike. Alright, let's see. Cry seems good. Triumph seems okay. Data seems good. The rest probably okay. Casualties, expensive. Yes, let's see. Not even super fan of. They only really seem to be a burn deck, so Prodigy is probably a bit better against them than against a normal red deck, but it's probably still bad. Maybe just another tracker. All these cards seem quite bad. Yeah, turn to Oko. King, I want. Is that good enough? Only I really care about the rest turn one. They have a removal for Goose, that's fine. Better get on the board before they play an Eidolon. Make their turn to Eidolon really bad. Hopefully I won't break now. They have a lot of creatures in their deck. Barely. Yeah, I mean. The rest might actually be a bit sketchy against them because they're playing Red God, so they probably have a lot of permanent. Let's get to our Coco. Let's go. Right on time. Wait, that's some. Just listened to the podcast. Really enjoyed it. I'm glad. It was. I think it went fine. You know. Might take a while to have decent synergy. Also, I feel like having 3-person podcasts a bit harder than just 2. Oh, it's the other god they have. Actual Hazoret. Might be Hazoret coming my way. Alright, time to think of it. Well, there's much to think about really. Just play my Goose, play my Ooze, I think. Beat Chumblock. Good plus, planning to swap, but probably just keep Alex. And Chumblock was one of the Goose. I could also just let them hit Oko. I guess I can still take Reckoner next turn. Everything at me. How do I get out of this mess? I have to turn Hazoret into an elf. Thank you, 122. Thanks for the Twitch from sub. Did I mess up last turn? Did I miss an obvious line? Sounds like I might have. I think I'm in reasonable shape here, though. Got stabilized. I don't find a way to finish off my ooze this turn. Should be okay. At 10. They have one card in hand and they have the castle. Oh, they have the castle. I can pump ooze 3 times though. Bye bye. Wait, what? Oh my god. I thought they killed Oko. Well, that was awkward. I'll give them a shot. All I had to do was like wait till I sacked my food. It's funny, if they hadn't played the fry, I wouldn't have made that play. But I got confused. Oh. Alright, good beats. Happens. Gotta show off Oko's superiority. Maybe I just play another Oko. Alright, that doesn't do much, right? Ridiculous card. What am I at? 5. Here. Did I have a free first strike? I'm at 5. I was gonna keep making food. Let's make one clue, say go. Probably gain some life in of their turn. And it'll be safe to tap out for a Scarab God, probably. Don't know if I can still lose this game. I want to have a card at first track case. Whenever a player casts a spell from a graveyard. Good, I guess. Ash Zelot is weak song. I can see Ash Zelot being good. 2-2 haste. 2-2 haste 4-2. Good lineup, well. Oh, a dumbass. Kind of embarrassing. Got all the good creatures. It'd be bad manner. I turned my Scarab God into an. You have lethal. Exactly. Perfect math. Calculate. Send me your list. Where do you send the list, Yol? Joel on Facebook? Probably sent to the wrong. Oh, no, never mind. You send me a sideboard. Oh, there we go. 3 Wayfinder, 4 Jace, Vryn's Prodigy, 1 Tracker, 1 Nissa, 1 Liliana, 1 Ooze, 1 Emerald. Oh, okay, so it's a bit more control-ish. It does look pretty. I don't know, Wayfinder's kind of underwhelming though. I could try it next time. If it feels better than this one. This one doesn't look good, but it looks fine, I guess. Alright, so this is Yol's list. I hope I could share, by the way. I assume you're okay with me sharing it. What's that? Is that Matt Nass? Matt Nass and Reed Duke? Jesus Christ. What has been seen cannot be unseen. Hey Sauce, I'm like 10-1 with your deck. We lost to Blue-White Control. Have you played much versus Blue-White Control? It seemed kind of rough. We beat it once. Yeah, I mean, list makes sense. Be a bit worried about getting ran over by some of the faster decks without Goose. Also, you're probably gonna have more mana issues. You're playing less lands, but also you can flood a bit more. I don't know. It's hard to judge without playing. Alright. I'm not gonna try it now. I'm gonna take a break. Maybe I'll try it later. Maybe I'll try that tonight. I need a little break. I'm still a bit jet lag, so I get a bit tired at random times. I'm not sure I like 6 discard spells either. Feels like it's a bit of air, maybe a bit too much air, but maybe not. Maybe your payoffs are good. That much more air than this deck, I guess. Not really. This deck looks like has a lot of air, but it does some heavy lifting. Oh, that's a bit. I think Frioko is fine with that Goose. I think it makes sense to not play L4. Wayfinder is nice with Oak. Gives you a target to play. Not sure I like Courser 22 lands. You have a few combos, but it's usually pretty scary. I think Dick for time's better than Treasure Cruise in his deck. I want to. Alright, y'all. Thanks for the list. I tried tonight. This deck probably needs a tiny bit more streamlining too. I doubt playing one of each here. I mean, I love a one of, but I'm not sure Nissa is better than Track. Not sure Tamiyo is better than alternatives. Tamiyo seems kind of weak. At you, Duke. Reed Nass. You pick. Alright, I'm gonna rate someone. Oh. Real player? Oh, Reed is streaming. Speaking of, Reed's playing a little stand. I'll go Reed Reed. The Hall of Fame. See what he's up to. Anyways, appreciate everyone watching, and you have to go anywhere while you cook. I recorded a podcast with Harry and Get Smart this morning. You can check that out too. It's on SoundCloud. Midweek. But yeah, hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see everyone later.